I just woke up. So I decided, I put out the tweet. I said I was going to do this. I put a keyword might, but I woke up a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Today I was going to go out, hang out with some homies at 8 o'clock, watch a movie or something like that. But I woke up a little bit earlier and I said, I got to kill time somehow. Couldn't go back to sleep. So I promised a live Q&A, and here's the live Q&A. It's back. How much longer is it going to be back for? Yeah, I don't know. It all depends on my mood, to be honest. It all depends on how Chase Oliver's feeling, that double work life with all that craziness that goes on. Yeah, pretty much today at work was tiring. Just freaking went to sleep afterwards, just knocked out. I'll tweet something saying maybe I'll do it. Reason why no Weston or Aisha is because I didn't inform them what I was going to do the Q&A. I was actually planning on doing the Q&A like the usual time and stuff like that. But then I forgot, school's back in session, so Weston and Aisha probably couldn't make it. I don't know if Weston goes college in the mornings, but I know Aisha has school, so I couldn't get them involved. And also, it's late right now. It's a Wednesday night, so I highly doubt any of them could do it. So yeah, we're just gonna do a solo Chase Oliver live Q&A, and hopefully you guys missed this, and you guys can ask all the questions you want. This is where you guys can ask anything. I don't care. Just know I'm gonna ignore those questions because I could give two shits about the current presidential race or anything like that. Not that I'm being ignorant about politics. I just don't seem to care about talking my opinion on them because every time I talk politics, some bad shit happens. So yeah. Anyways, live Q&A. Yeah, but 2 jobs, tired as hell. I was lifting bikes. Shells, man. That shit was hard. So anyways, let's get to the questions. You guys can tweet me at ChaseOliver68. And also send the questions. Will you review TNA Bound for Glory 2016 tomorrow? Nope. If I did not review it by Tuesday, I probably just didn't get around to watching it. Look, it's hard to find some of these shows on the internet. TNA doesn't have like a WWE network where you can just find it on demand like that. The only thing I saw from Bound for Glory 2016, in all honesty, was the Great War and Lashley versus EC3. And for what I saw from those matches right there, I thought those matches were both really good. So that's all you really need to know. I mean, I don't know what else I missed, to be honest with you, nor do I care. I read the results, and Gail Kim's Hall of Fame speech sounded very dreadful, and I wouldn't want to watch it whatsoever. WrestlePixel, you going to miss Ziggler? Nope. A little bit. Ziggler, he's not my favorite, nor do I really care about him, but he's a good hand. I don't think he's retiring from the WWE. I heard rumors. Gimmick change or something. I don't know if that's the best course of action to really give Dolph Ziggler a gimmick change like that. But I'm not gonna miss him. I don't he's not one of my favorites. I used to like Ziggler when he was doing the hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler stuff. I like that Ziggler, but current Ziggler, no, not really. What would your advice be for a smaller channel who's trying to gain an audience? That's all YouTube metrics there, Flame Gaming TV. So pretty much, for me, like I said, I do YouTube as a hobby and stuff like that. My goal is not to be one of the best channels ever. This is all just for fun for me. This is fun. But really, to be honest, it's all about metrics, titles, description boxes, whoring out your description box, whoring out your tags in your videos. That's the only way you're going to ever gain any kind of significance as a smaller channel. Is just whoring out your channel with all these freaking crazy ass description boxes, long ass description boxes, long ass tags and stuff like that. Go Flame Gaming TV, go look at some of my more popular videos. Go look at that description box and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some people, they don't need to really do all that. They just have to upload something and people are going to just come to them in droves. I have my select group of 100 to 200 people that are going to watch me regardless and stuff like that. And then maybe if it's a big time pay-per-view or something crazy happen at the pay-per-view, it'll be some people come, some newer folks will come. But I have my 100 and 200 people that normally watch, just other YouTubers have their built-in audiences that will normally watch them and stuff like that. It really, to be honest, smaller channels, it's harder for y'all to kind of start so late in YouTube's history, because YouTube now has just become such a monopoly of video services, and business is so big with it. So many people are trying to get into the YouTube business world, and really, to be honest here, if you focus too much on the world of YouTube in the business, you're gonna fail at it. That's the bottom line truth, because you're gonna burn yourself out, because you're gonna try to be like the next big YouTuber. You're gonna try to be like the next big star, and then Wrestling with Reality. No, the Q&As with me, you, and Aisha are not over. I just didn't ask you guys to do this one because it's really late, and I wanted the three of us to do a reunion together. We will have a regular Q&A together soon enough. I decided to do this solo to kill some time before I have to go out tonight. All right. Question: would a guy specialized in reversals who specializes in reversals get over? Asked Super Chasney 198. Somewhat. I don't know, because like everyone reverses everything nowadays, so I don't know if that would really get over. Like, so no. Have you seen videos of WWE 2K17 gameplay that's been floating around on YouTube? Yep. Just looks like 2K16. Dustin Barnes, what's up? Nothing much, Dustin. Did you watch NXT tonight? I don't watch NXT on a weekly basis. No. When are you doing No Mercy predictions? Probably tomorrow or Friday, depending on my schedule. Most likely tomorrow, though. To be honest with you, most likely tomorrow, Justin and Ross and I. Oh, Snowdrop, my girl. Welcome back. Anyway, should the Usos pull a Bella Twins and have one of them get a dick enlargement? Oh, God. Enlargement, so that way we can tell apart. Or maybe one of them should like get like the plug to make their tummy skinnier, and one of them just becomes really, really skinny. Snowdrop asks, thoughts on Jinder Mahal's current gimmick? He's just a jobber, Snowdrop. No offense. Did you mark out when you saw Kerwin White on SmackDown? Did a little bit. I did mark. I thought of you first, Snowdrop, if anything else. I did think of you, if anything else. What's up to my boy, Heel Steven? How you doing, my friend? Who are the top 5 worst rappers who got famous? What the fuck are you asking about? Top 5 worst? How many times do I have to say no tops in the Q&A? Holy shit. I don't do tops in the Q&A. No, that's not my thing. Well, that's someone else. I'm not a big rap fan either. I listen to rap, but I'm not like big into the whole rap thing. You ask me like the best rapper that got famous who's worse is Drake. Famous. Or Wale and shit. Who should beat the New Day for the tag titles? Ask Snowdrop. You know, honestly, they haven't built up a heel tag team. I would say probably you bring up the Revival from NXT and have them beat them. They would fit perfectly with trying to counteract what New Day's goofiness and stuff like that. So maybe they'll get kind of over, because maybe some fans will finally get sick of New Day, and you know there's going to be a lot of fans that will probably get behind the Revival bandwagon and be like, oh, these guys, they're very serious. Like, I can see the Revival getting a bandwagon pretty soon, because you know they are very stale and boring, but you know sometimes weird shit has happened in wrestling. What up, Draven? How do I unfriend zone my crush? Oh shit. Woo. So did you get friend zoned, or did you friend zone her, DJ Cass? That's the question you gotta answer me first, and then I'll get what's it called? Then I'll answer your question. So far, your thoughts, asked by LaCafe16. She's doing good. She's holding her own. You know, I feel she's perfect for the SmackDown roster with the type of women that are on there to work with her. I think she's doing fine. Nothing spectacular, but you know, it's with the writing team that they have to deal with, and to be honest. So I would have to say, man, she's doing fine. Nothing too extravagant, but she's doing fine. Wrestling with Reality. Do you think Brian Dan Bryan's kid will get a super push if he comes to the WWE? Nah, that boy or girl is getting buried by Triple H's daughter. We all know it. At the moment, from both WWE and TNA, I like Lashley's theme. I always like it. It's like that freaking like shit's about to go down theme. It's like it's like fucking awesome. I also like Enzo and Cass's beginning of the theme. It gets me hyped to see them. But then afterwards, I hear Enzo talk during the song, and I just hate it afterwards. Like, I like the beginning where it's like, oh, yeah, man, these guys are coming out, and then you suck, it's floppy. I'm like, oh, God. I do like Apollo Cruz's theme. Anytime Apollo Cruz comes out, I just want to freaking dance, man. I'm like, yeah, man. Guilty pleasure theme, Cesaro's. I love Cesaro's theme. That's a guilty pleasure theme for me. I'm like, yeah, man. I just start dancing and stuff like that. I think all the women on Raw pretty much have good themes, like Sasha, Charlotte, Nia Jax, and Bayley. I like their theme songs. There's a lot of theme songs I like. The main theme songs I don't like, funny enough, are from the main event wrestlers. Like, I'm sick of Cena's song, to be honest. I'm sick. I like AJ's song to an extent. dull after a while. Randy Orton is, it's kind of running his course. Dean Ambrose's song is a jobber song. Roman Reigns' song is a Shield underwater theme, and Seth Rollins' song is just unbearable. Like, Kevin Owens' theme song is kind of getting there with me, so yeah, I just need different sounds. These guys get friend zoned. That's by DJ Cass. Well, nice guys get friend zoned because we walk right into it. That's what happens. You walk into the trap. To be a dick. Like, I'll say this, with girls that crushes on or anything like, I'm not necessarily always super nice to them. Or I'm like always super nice to them. Girls that I actually have crushes on, I'm not super nice to, because girls like when a guy can also say no. Like, if you're always saying yes to a girl, it's kind of like, what the hell's your problem, dude? You're not even dating her or anything like that. But if you're friends with the girl, yes to her, you're just being a friend to her. You're just saying, it's like when you have a crush and get friend zoned, yeah, it sucks. I've been there. I've done that and everything like that. It sucks because you actually thought you were doing something right. But ultimately, honestly, and as I learned, it's just that, dude, sometimes, like, even with girls that you like and stuff like that, not to be a complete dick, but also just show that you have the balls. Because the girls, they don't want to be the people carrying your balls around. They don't want to act like they're the tough person in the relationship. Girls want to let out their feelings too. Like, don't get me wrong, you're a woman, and a woman strong as hell, but guess what? At the end of the day, she wants you to be the strong one. Doesn't want to always be carrying her balls in your purse and stuff like that, man. So, like, sometimes, man, with your crushes and stuff like that, you just have to go out there and kind of be a little bit more mean. You can't always be nice to these girls. Like, girls that are considered your friends, yeah, go right ahead. Be as nice as you want to them, because you don't have, like, you have feelings for them, but not like the emotional, like, physical attraction, like different feelings. Like, you more have like, hey, that person's like my little sister, big sister, whatever age, or cousin or whatever, that person's my homie. I got to watch their back type of deal. While a girl that you have a crush on, it's more of like, like, oh God, like it's different, it's a different type of feeling. You have to know, you have to act different around your crushes. You actually have to show you have balls around your crushes. Around your friends, you can just act nice if you want. I mean, it's up to you. With all the girls that are my friends and stuff like that, they know I'm nice to them. I'll help them out whenever they need it and stuff like that. But I'm not looking for like sexual favors out of it. I'm just like, hey, that's my friend right there. Just like how I would help a bro out, I'll help a girl out the same way. It's just like that. They're my friend. They would help me out in this situation, so I would help them out and stuff like that. So really, to be honest here, dude, if you're getting friend zoned, it sucks, man. Trust me, man, there's plenty of fish out there in the sea. Don't get hung up on the crush. Best way to get over a crush is honestly kind of just try to find ways to not look at her, see her, or talk to her or anything like that. It's kind of hard if you have to go with her to class or everything like that, or you have to see her on a consistent basis. But, honestly, just kind of like stay away a little bit. Just kind of relax a little bit and you'll be fine, man. Trust me, you'll bounce back, dog. It's not the end of the world. Getting friend zone's not the end of the world. Sometimes it's a blessing, because then later on, when you do walk into that friend zone and you see how that girl acts with her current boyfriend, you're like, oh God dang, thank God I didn't deal with that. But yeah, don't always be nice around the girl you're trying to get after. You don't always have to be nice. You don't always have to be caring. Pretty much just say, hey man, dick sometimes. They like it when you show competence. Don't always be like, when they ask you to do something, you'll do it. If she's truly your friend and she's asking from a friend perspective, then yeah, you can do it. Trying to go after, you have to be a dick a little bit. Girls like that, trust me. Heel Steven asks, Hendo versus Bisping 2, who you predict? I got Bisping in this one. Bisping round 3 KO. I just think Hendo's a little bit slower. Hendo can finish the fight, but yeah. Which Randy Orton matches would you give 5 stars? Asked by Papa Anakin. Orton versus Taker, SummerSlam 05 and Armageddon 05. Orton versus Cactus Jack at Backlash 04. Orton versus... That's really hard. Not really any Cena Orton matches. Randy Orton doesn't really have that many 5-star matches. I know everyone's going to be upset when I say that, but he really doesn't. He's good. Like, he's wrestled a lot of good matches. I think his best match has yet to come. I think him and AJ Styles will tear the house down. Chris Benecoot, thoughts on Charlotte versus Sasha Banks 2 for the Women's Championship? Stupid, dumb, golden children. What did I say? Charlotte was getting heat, so what did they do on the fucking show that don't matter, Monday Night Raw? We're going to have Sasha win the belt because Sasha and Bayley are just Charlotte's bitches. Who cares? Golden children for life. DJ Cass, I'm a huge fan of tag team wrestling. Which are the greatest tag team wrestling matches of all time? Midnight Express versus the Rock and Rollers. That's pretty damn good. Back in the old days. Old school tag team wrestling is awesome. Obviously, all the TLC matches that happened back in like 2005 and everything like that. So, are you keeping up with the MLB playoffs? Somewhat. Wrestling with reality, somewhat. Thoughts on the Dusty Tag Title Classic 2? Oh, I'm glad they brought it back, Japanese Hugger. I'm surprised they actually brought that back. I thought that was just a one theme, like that one-time theme. But I'm glad they brought it back. I like it. I think it should be happening every year. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble next year? I want someone new to win it. I have a weird feeling they're building up Baron Corbin to win. I don't know why, but they keep talking about that Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and he's getting favorable bookings. So, yeah. I would have to say Baron Corbin. What do you think is going to happen next week when Sanity debuts? Crazy stuff? I don't know. I know who's in the group, though. Chase, do you agree females gravitate to you when you pay them less attention? Absolutely. Absolutely, females gravitate you when, like, especially like in a more like, see, if you're friends with the female and stuff like that, they'll gravitate to you because you're your friend. You know, they're like, oh yeah, my homie's here and stuff like that. You know, you'll go to them because they're your homie and stuff like that. But if you're a girl you like and you're just not really paying attention to them, they'll come after to you because one day you could be talking to them about something and then all of a sudden you're just like, okay, time for me not to really talk to this girl so much. And then you walk away from them and then they start coming towards you being like, hey, how's it going? And stuff like that. Yeah, they love it. Because, you know, girls have egos too. Like, people like to think girls don't have egos. Oh, please. Girls have egos. You got to feed that ego. But when you're not feeding that ego, guess what happens? Bam. They come to you. What would you rename TNA, by the way? I don't know. Billy Corgan Wrestling, BCW. Thoughts on Cody Rhodes' TNA debut and his potential in TNA? I didn't really see it. I only saw 2 things from Bound for Glory. I heard he debuted at Bound for Glory, so his potential, maybe world champ. Would you agree with the statement that Arn Anderson doesn't get enough credit for his career? Oh, yeah. I think Arn kind of gets slept on. You know, I think, like, a lot of the 4 horsemen kind of get slept on. That's just me. But, yeah. How would a table of 3 of the Great Khali, Cesaro, and Byron Saxton go? Oh, my God. It'll be Cesaro sitting there kind of annoyed, Khali mumbling the whole damn time, and then Byron Saxton acting goopy as hell. Would you agree with the statement? Okay, I read that one. Draven G, thoughts on Sasha versus Charlotte 3 being inside Hell in a Cell? What the fuck? Are they really? No. Just no. I mean, I'm sorry. It's nothing against these women, but you see how botchy their matches have been? I don't know what happened on NXT. They wrestle clean. They get onto the main roster and they're like botching all over the place. I don't know if it's just Sasha being pissed off by Charlotte's backstage politics, so she's trying to make Charlotte look bad or something. But for real, man. I mean, Sasha almost broke her neck twice against fucking Charlotte, and that's a regular match. Putting these 2 women inside Hell in a Cell. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. That sounds terrible. Corbin would be world champ by 2017 or 2018. I agree with that statement. No, Laura asks, you see the first women's Hell in a Cell match and one day main eventing one WrestleMania one day. With the right people, yes, the first time women's Hell in a Cell match would be great. Main eventing WrestleMania, you got to work to that point. You don't really have a woman that's on the level of, let's say, Ronda Rousey, because she was like the biggest woman athlete that we've seen in quite some time. Yeah. So you have to get a woman that's on Ronda Rousey's level to main event at WrestleMania. And probably facing Stephanie McMahon, because Stephanie needs to feed that ego. Do you have any hometown heroes? All I got is Baron Corbin. Not really. There's not really anyone from like Thousand Oaks or Moore Park. I mean, a bunch of Los Angeles guys, but are they really hometown heroes? They either transfer from here or they say they're from here. So no. Since Eli Drake won the Bound for Gold match, who do you think will win the match for the title between Eli Drake and Bobby Lashley? Well, he's not facing Bobby Lashley. I can tell you that right there. Thoughts on the hashtag Great War? Great match. Go watch it. John Cena versus Randy Orton is must-see TV. I'm tired of it. What would you do a Cody versus EC3 down the line? If it makes sense, yes. I don't see a problem with that. Thoughts on Tessa Blanchard? I think she's an indie wrestler. I'm not sure. What two U.S. presidents would make the best tag team wrestling match? Ronald Reagan and Obama. Schools. Thoughts on Royal Rumble 2017, switching from LA to San Antonio. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. WWE this year, you didn't give us a pay-per-view. Now, you gave us a lot more Raws and some SmackDown Lives. But that's some bullshit, WWE. I was looking forward to one thing in January. That was going to be my birthday present, damn it. My friend was like, hey, man, got you covered. Royal Rumble 2070 present. And guess what? I'm not even going. It's not in LA anymore. But I can just drive to San Antonio. But no, I ain't going to drive 10 hours to go to a fucking Royal Rumble event. At least with the Royal Rumble being in LA, I drive only 40 minutes, and if I'm disappointed with it afterwards, I can go home and forget about it. I don't want to be on the road the whole goddamn time with the sore throat bitching about the show. No, screw that, man. I was so pissed off. You couldn't even understand, man. That was like the worst non-important day ever. Josh Gordon suspended forever, and yeah. Orton versus Christian or Orton's best to me, 5 stars. I didn't like any of the bookings in that match, in those matches. And Orton's matches with AJ will be classic. Absolutely. Ziggler lost Sunday at No Mercy. Nope. What is your favorite No Mercy pay-per-view? The 6th sadistic side of me likes the one where Triple H beat Randy Orton in the opening night. And then defended against Umaga and then lost it to Randy Orton in the last man standing match. I believe that was No Mercy 07. Side of me likes that one, but honestly, my favorite No Mercy would probably, I like that one a lot. Minus Vince stroking his ego, beating up his daughter. That was stupid. Rusev for Royal Rumble 2017. I would not mind that. Kadeem Simon. Rusev is great. Charlotte almost died doing that corkscrew moonsault on Monday. Yeah, exactly. Why does everyone want her on the cell? Like, they're going to climb the cell and do something stupid. It's going to be your guys' fault. Do you agree Baron Corbin should get in the fucking, damn body isn't everything, but his stomach is a stuff of horrors. The problem with Baron Corbin, why his body is like that, is that he's a former offensive lineman. So Baron Corbin, it's going to be hard for him to kill off all that belly fat, man. Like, Baron Corbin used to be bigger, man. When Baron Corbin was in the NFL, he was huge. He was huge. And so now all of a sudden you're going to ask him to try to get abs out of nowhere. It's going to take time for Baron Corbin to get those abs. I feel like women's wrestling today is completely overrated. The Triple Threat Mania was a show stealer in my opinion, and Baylor versus Banks at TakeOver Brooklyn 1 was great. Other than that, unimpressed. Agreed, played gaming TV. I think a lot of people just like to refer to one or two things. It's like talks about in wrestling. There's a bunch of shit that we see on our screen, and then we see a glimmer, and we think, oh my God, that's great. That's why in today's wrestling, I always go, not everything you think is great is all that great. If everything around it is shit and barely unwatchable, how is this great? Don't get me wrong, Bayley versus Sasha Banks, that match stands out on its own. The Triple Threat at Mania was very eye-opening and showed that these women can actually go. It actually made the women feel important. But it's like, if you look at everything else that they've done with these women's wrestlers, they haven't done anything important with these women. These women have just kind of felt like, whatever. Like, you can go watch the same type of stuff in 2011, It's nothing that important. Who would you have take the title off Miz, says Joe James. Well, I was going to say Apollo Crews, but I guess, they don't like him for whatever reason. Maybe Jack Swagger or Kalisto. Those would be good 2 options, especially Swagger getting the push again. I always like Swagger. I don't think it's a bad thing. Swagger would be a good transitional champion to someone. Thoughts on the UFC 205 card? Stacked. It's a very stacked card. I think it's pretty damn good. 3 championship fights, 3 really good championship fights. Can't wait to see it. Should Ryback form a tag team with Mark Henry called Sexual Hunger? Well, Ryback's no longer in the WWE, so no. I love Orton versus Benoit matches, 5 stars for me. Nah, they've never had a 5-star match. I've seen trailers for the Tupac biography movie called All Eyes on Me. Nope, not yet. Watched Luke Cage yet? Yes, I have watched a few episodes of Luke Cage. I just haven't had time to really sit down and watch the whole show, man, because like I've been working from 4 to 10 and 5 to 12. You know, Chase likes to sleep, so I need to get sleep as much as I can, man. And it's just like I haven't really dived into it, but from what I saw, it's pretty damn good. Is it the best Marvel show? I have to wait until the end to make that, but it's pretty damn close. TNA have fewer fans of WWE despite having a better or comparable talent? Well, because TNA has turned off a lot of fans from its product, really, to be honest. It's just TNA, yes, they have better talent and everything like that, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because a lot of people don't really have high expectations when it comes to TNA because when you feel like something good is going to happen in TNA, something bad ultimately ends up happening with it. Thoughts on Brock Goldberg Survivor Series? Good luck. You're going to go to Toronto? Have Brock and Goldberg in Toronto? Really? All right, WWE, go right ahead. Have you been caught up on the Walking Dead series? I don't watch that show. Undertaker versus Steen, and can you follow me back on Twitter? Sure, no, Laura. Just send me a tweet, and I'll follow you back. And Undertaker versus Sting would be a great matchup. What would you think of a tag team of Apollo Crews and Jack Starr to call themselves the Spelling Stars? Sounds pretty fantastic. Should I team Apollo and Cena up, not as a full-time team, obviously, but I mean it writes itself. With the smiling white dude, sure, why not? Have it where, nah, Apollo turn heel. It would make no sense. Why are you a big Apollo Crews fan? I'm just asking. I just feel he has a good look to him. When it comes to guys that are smaller, he actually cares about his body and actually works the fuck out. I actually respect that in people when they actually go out there and they're trying to be athletes, that they look like they're actually athletes. I just like his smile. I feel that he has charisma, but he just doesn't know how to use it. I honestly just feel like Apollo Crews is just that one guy where he can be a very good building block towards the WWE, and he's an easy watch. Like, I can watch an Apollo Crews match easily, like even if it's just a short 4-minute little thing of him just doing his kicks and stuff like that. You know, I really like the sound that he makes off his drop kicks. It's a very loud slap. It sounds freaking like he's hitting someone like a Mack truck. I just feel like the guy has a good potential, not to be like a big-time main eventer or anything like that. Not like how JBL does it like every SmackDown where he's like, this man is a star, moral. But, you know, more like a decent hand. Do you think Triple H will push Roddy hard when he debuts on NXT? I hope not. I hate Roderick Strong. If he does, I'll be pissed. But I guess we can get more Roderick Strong in Austin Aries matches. Yippee. Thoughts on Total Bellows' first episode? Fucking Cena is a psychopath, and I love it. That's all I got to say about that. Is a cruiserweight division 10 years too late? Yes, Piznick64, because the cruiserweight division is just ultimately a waste of time. I thought the first half of Luke Cage was pretty solid, but the second half was kind of eh. See, my problem with Luke Cage, spoilers, by the way, for all you people, how come he just doesn't beat these guys up? He just says, like, I'm not going to do it. Pop told me not to do it. So Pop told me not to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's so it's like, man. It's like, no, Luke Cage, you freaking are bulletproof and everything like that. Just go beat these fuckers up, man. Oh, I am. It's like, no, dude. Like, do you know how many episodes we would have saved? Luke Cage just went bam into the main villain. Like, god dang. Like, I can understand why Daredevil couldn't do that to Kingpin right away in season 1 or even in season 2 with the Punisher. You know, Daredevil has some limitations and stuff like that. You know, Jessica Jones, I can understand with her villain because the villain has mind control and stuff like that. Can't be near him all that much with your mind. But Luke Cage has no reason why he cannot just go to his main villain the very first episode, beat that guy's ass up, and we call it a wrap. That's a series right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Luke Cage's like, you know, that's not me. I ain't going to do that. It's like, come on, man. Just go in and beat him up. There's nothing stopping you. You can't get killed by bullets anyways. Like, shit. You're just like dicking around. Pop told me not to do that. I ain't going to do that because Pop told me not to. Let's just go beat him up. All right, then. let's go to Twitter. I gotta answer Snowdrop's question. What girl who wants another girl? Snowdrop, girl who wants another girl. Well, first off, Snowdrop, are you playing the girl in this situation, or are you playing the guy? Like, because like when it comes to like kind of lesbian couples, I always tend to see, and even with gay couples, there's a guy that's a guy, and there's a guy that's a girl. Same with the girl. So are you the one chasing, or are you the one that's looking for it? Because if you're the one chasing, kind of treat it like a guy, anyways. All right, there's no Laura's tweet. Let me go follow him back. Like Chase Oliver. Oh, whoops! I thought I followed you. There we go. Following you back. So yeah, as Ash Greninja as this picture, that pissed me off. Ash once again is not the Pokemon League champion. Some bullshit right there. Like I don't know how Mega Charizard survived the fucking goddamn water rain and all the other stuff, but whatever. Fuck you, Mega Charizard. Ash is never going to win a world championship, man. Ash winning the world championship is like the greatest. Like everyone's like, oh man, these guys don't get pushed enough in WWE. Man, if you watch Pokemon, man, Ash is not pushed at all, man. They always keep pushing these jobbers to win the fucking leagues, man. Diamond Silver, what if Vince McMahon ran for president? Oh God. It would actually be kind of entertaining. I don't think he would reach far in the whole process. It would actually be pretty entertaining. I think we would get some fun, good stuff out of it, to be honest with you. And I need just a little bit more because we were going to be like, oh, what the fuck is this psychopath going? Maybe you have like Stone Cold run in and like stunner him or something. That'd be great. WWE return is the go and the deal with the children. That would be great. What do you think of AJ Styles as world champion? Asked by LeCafe16. I like it. I think one of AJ's best runs as champion, man. Like just best runs in general. Like, who would have thought AJ Styles world champion of WWE, the WWE champion, not super duper champion. He's the actual WWE champion. The same belt, the same belt that Hulk Hogan has held. Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena, Triple H is that guy. And like honestly, I think his run as world champion hurts it a little bit, and it is because like when he won the title, you knew he was going to win. It was like you have to give it to your hottest guy right now. AJ Styles is your hot act. But when it came to now his first title defense, it's very predictable that AJ Styles is going to win because Dean Ambrose is going off to film a WWE Studios film. Why? I don't know. And John Cena is going off to help fat people lose weight in this Fox show that does terrible ratings. Just as of right now, he's doing good as champ. I'm not saying AJ Styles is a bad champion. He's much better mic worker. Like, holy crap, man. I never thought AJ Styles could actually cut a promo, but man, he's some good promos. I'm the face. I love that, man. I say that to myself, too. Shelton Benjamin and Apollo Crews as tag team on SmackDown. I wouldn't mind. It would be good. All right, let's see. Why do you think they are flipping the women's title on Raw? That's why I think the women's Hell in a Cell match could be in the works, asked by LeCafe16. Just because Charlotte would cheat backstage. Maybe Charlotte felt like it would be best to keep her image look good, that she would give the belt to Sasha. Maybe so that way Sasha could stop crying backstage. Who the fuck knows? Because you could tell Sasha was ready to win that belt back because she came out doing her little. It's like, yeah, Sasha, you're all. Like, I knew watching that match. I was like, yeah, Sasha's winning. All happy. She's giddy. She's like, politics, Charlotte. And Charlotte's just going to fucking hit her with a sledgehammer at the end of the day. Fuck off. Aries and Strong are in the Dusty Classic as a team. Oh, wow. Austin Starr and Roderick Strong are back together. Remember that tag team in TNA? They're like an old school team. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who remembers. Cena, I swear off WWE TV is the best man. Dude is a fucking asshole. I know, right? He was such an asshole to Daniel Bryan. He's like, the dog bit me. I gotta go call Evan. He's like, you gotta call animal control. I'm like, what the fuck? The dog barely. He's like, look at this bite. This is a liability. That's why I seen the second time off as of late. Josie, Daniel Bryan's dog, bit him, and he has to take time off. That bite has done something to John Cena. Oh, fucking A. Yeah, screw Charizard X and his fucking cheese, man. How did Charizard X survive? That makes no sense. He always survived rain. God damn, I know Charizard's flame tail is big, but still. Have you played on the video game console back in the day called Sega Genesis? Yes, Chris Bandicoot. Than AJ. Back in the day, yes. No, I don't know. I think AJ Styles is better than Samoa Joe right now. Straight Shooter asks, do you think if Vince McMahon does run for president, who would his three be of his vice president? Hogan, Kevin Dunn, or John Cena? Ooh. I'd say he would be loyal to Kevin Dunn. Hogan, vice president, because you know you would get good promos. I feel like Cena would be a strong face. But did save all those videotapes from a burning car? Nope. I mean, you know how much staying power Kevin Dunn has. Like when Triple H and Stephanie took like most control of WWE, and Triple H moved his way up the ladder. Notice how a lot of Vince McMahon guys kind of have gone to the wayside. Some of them are still there, but a lot of them have kind of gone on the wayside in terms of power. But yet, who's still in power? Who's still in that production truck week in and week out? Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn is still there, man. He's like that one guy that they'll never get rid of, and it's because he saved those tapes in the back in like freaking 90 something when WWE was about bankrupt. Trump or Hillary Clinton as president, I do not care either way, no law. DJ Cass, WWE tag team should have been the tag team champions. Prime Time won the tag team straps. I mean, shit. You figured they would at least win it once. I mean, they had like 8 number 1 contenderships lined up, and I think they only got one shot at the tag team titles the whole time they were there. Ridiculous if you ask me. Who else that was like a tag team that felt like they deserved it, but they never really won it? That's really hard. It's really hard to think of like tag teams because like sometimes some jobber tag teams win it where you're just like, why are they winning the belts? Tag teams that never won it. So I'm only thinking of Crime Time, to be honest with you. I'm going to make a very bold prediction that will be AJ versus Taker for the title at Royal Rumble. Oh, J&G, that's way too bold. Like Undertaker's going to work with AJ Styles. He ain't working until WrestleMania, man. Sasha on her forehead should count as 2 swore 8 men. In the AT&T Uverse, fuck them. Anyways, have you played the fighting game called Shaq Fu? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Nope, never played. fucking Finn Balor getting shoved down our throats, but other wrestlers, when they get shoved down our throats, it's a big deal. It's like they can't do that. That's not fair to the other town, blah, 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 blah. They don't deserve it. What makes Finn Balor the next guy? Not to say I can understand why people see him as a main event. I can understand. I am not trying to say Finn Balor is not a main event level type of wrestler. He can be. But I'm just saying that I do not think him coming back and winning the Rumble would be a good thing at all. So, yeah. Diamond and Silver asks, is Chase Bolivar digging Bo's new gimmick? I don't think so. Chase Bolivar has been kind of angry like Bo now. Chase Bolivar actually has been drinking a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed. He got banned from Stanford. You guys don't know, my alter ego Chase Bolivar was attending Stanford University, was doing well, positive on life, but he got caught drinking. The same weekend as Bo Dallas did. He called his classmate a dick, drunk in class. The professor had to remove him. And then afterwards, Chase Bolivar got arrested, and I don't know. He's kind of angry as of late, man. There's like a sign outside of Stanford saying "Believe in Chase Bolivar," but you know, he's pretty fucked up right now. I know how shitty of a company is AT&T. It's bollocks. Yeah, AT&T just sucks, dude. Would you rather see Braun Strowman with a male stripper gimmick or Randy Orton get buried by Garbage Man? I'll take Care Bear as a stripper, but watching Orton get buried by Garbage Man would be terrible. By the way, Garbage Man is injured. Thank the fucking gods. I don't have to see him for at least 6 months. Breakfast Club versus Golden Children. Who wins? Come on, John. Golden Children don't stand a chance at the Breakfast Club because the Golden Children are Triple H's Golden Children. Triple H is only giving them half truths. It's not giving them the full truth. Full truth of bullshit in politics in the WWE. Golden Children. Golden Children can't even sniff fucking Cena's jorts. Who do you think is the best NFL team besides the Pats, says Japanese Hugger? Ooh, that's a good question. I think the Steelers are pretty damn good. I like what I've seen out of the Steelers this year. I actually picked the Steelers to win the AFC North, I'm just saying. The Vikings are pretty legit with that defense. I really think that defense right there is pretty damn solid, if not great. I don't know how much longer Sam Bradford can be playing good at the quarterback position, but as long as that keeps up, it's fine. The Broncos, like a lot of people are sleeping on them. I mean, they're undefeated, but like, you know, they have like a really still top-ranked defense. Like that defense has not lost a step, which surprises me. I thought they would have lost a step, but nah. They looked very, very good. They have a couple of trap games coming up, so they have to kind of watch out for those. But if they can get through those trap games coming up, I feel like the Broncos should be fine. Sleeper good teams, and I actually chose the Raiders as my sleeper good team this year. Everyone was all high on the Jaguars. I don't know why everyone was all high on the Jaguars, but I do think the Raiders are a really good sleeper team this year. I feel like Derek Carr is looking like almost a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. If not, he's already there. I chose the Atlanta Falcons as a sleeper team this year, and look at them. They're looking pretty damn good. And also, I would have to say that when you look at some sleeper teams in the NFL, you know, the one team that kind of is not getting talked about but is doing pretty damn good is the Eagles. You know, they're 3-0. Carson Wentz, he's looking like a good rookie. Hasn't thrown an interception yet. You know, the Eagles are pretty damn solid. You know, there's some teams with some false records up there. You know, there's some teams with false records. There's not like any team that I feel like is perfect by any means. I don't think the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. I think right now the Pittsburgh Steelers are the best team in the AFC, in my personal opinion. But, you know, we have to wait and see until they play Denver and everything like that. Then we'll see who are the best teams. Do you agree Cam is acting more early Big Ben? What do you mean by that, Japanese Hugger? I don't see Cam Newton raping any women anytime soon. What do you mean by early Big Ben? Big Ben early was still good. So if Cam Newton's good, then yes. Lions are a sneaky good bad team. Don't sleep on the Lions this year. Judging the things Roman Reigns says, I think George Lucas is backstage writing his lines. You goddamn right. The force is with me. Believe that. I feel bad for Reigns, man. He gets so many shitty lines. Who are your top 5 favorite wrestlers? Current top 5. Top 5: 1, Randy Orton; 2, Roman Reigns; 3, AJ Styles; 4, Samoa Joe; 5, I like Broken Matt Hardy, but he's not like a current favorite, if that makes any sense. 5, Seth Rollins. Those are my 5 favorite wrestlers. I can watch them easily. I'm a big Kevin Owens fan too, but it's not like he's like top 5 for me. It's like, I still like Rollins has just improved so much for me over the year. And, Kevin Owens, he's good. But Seth Rollins went from kind of being for me. That guy's really fucking good. So that's why I like Seth Rollins. Your least favorite WWE year ever? God, that's so hard. 2009. I almost stopped watching wrestling in 2009 because of WWE. Even TNA that year was pretty darn bad until it got better near the end of the year where AJ won the title and stuff like that. But yeah. If you still have WWE 2K15, what would your dream match be? Randy Orton versus Randy Retro or Triple H versus Triple H Retro? Triple H Retro. That was a fun little match. They kept kicking out of everything. I mean, acting like early Big Ben where he had a battle line and taking too many hits and not protecting his body. Oh, yeah. I think Cam's definitely doing that way too much. I mean, a lot of people like to talk about, Cam Newton's like a big guy and everything like that. But at the end of the day, man, those hits add up. And I don't care how big you are. Yes, you can absorb a little bit more hits being a bigger guy. But Cam Newton can't be doing all this crazy stuff, man. He's an MVP of the league. Whether he's playing it like it now or not, he was the MVP last year, and he needs to understand and get back to that MVP level and trust in his receivers more. I mean, I feel like sometimes Cam kind of forces the issue when last year he didn't have Kelvin Benjamin at full force. Now this year it feels like he's just going to Kelvin Benjamin. I get it that Corey Brown and Devin Funchess and Ted Ginn Jr. especially are not really as reliable as Kelvin Benjamin or Greg Olsen, but he has to go back how he was playing his MVP season because that's where he stepped up was the fact that he realized he didn't have a number 1 wide receiver, and he was like, hey, man, I got to do a lot more than what I'm doing right now. And, that's what led them to success. So, once Cam starts spreading the ball out a little bit more, I feel like he'll be more comfortable in the pocket. I just feel like ever since the Denver game, he's kind of been a little bit shook in there because Denver's defense is just so crazy. And, Von Miller wasn't even getting at Cam all that much. It was mostly the safeties that were hitting Cam. Like TJ Ward was getting some hits in there and everything like that. So, like, Cam, he just needs to, like, calm down a little bit and, just kind of realize that, hey, everything's going to be all right. Because the Panthers are, even though the record's not showing it, they're still a good team. The NFC South is not, like, decided yet. That division is still wide open. Atlanta's known for getting onto these hot starts and then just choking them all away. So that's why I'm saying it's like when it comes down to it, man, like, yeah, you just got to watch out, man. So what is your level of excitement for UFC 205? It's up there. It's it's a cool card, but it's not like I'm like, oh god, it's awesome. Like, where's Anderson Silva or GSP? That's what I want to see. What's more likely to happen? A more understanding that's not all big wrestler or bad or Brock Lesnar losing clean, huh? A mark understanding that not all big wrestlers bad or Brock Lesnar losing clean. Brock Lesnar losing clean. Thoughts on the return of the Spirit Squad? Good on those boys. Getting a paycheck. Good for them. Thoughts on SmackDown 09? To me, it was great. Morrison versus Ray matches and Punk versus Jeff feud was great as well. Yeah, that was good. I don't remember the Morrison and Ray matches, but I do remember that Punk versus Jeff feud. Top 15 wrestlers of all time. I ain't going to name that list. That's too hard for me right there. Thoughts on CM Punk's UFC match? Watch my UFC review. I talked about it. It was very depressing, Philip M6. I will say that. Should WWE re-sign Kenny Dykstra? Do you think he crossed paths with Cena backstage? No. That'd be terrible. Red Wyatt. Could Cam Newton 2 turn out to be RG3 2.0? No. RG3 gets injured every year. When has Cam Newton ever been injured, like, seriously? He's fine. No, he just needs to calm down a little bit more. When do you think Father Time will catch up to Tom Brady? I haven't seen him play this year, so I don't know. Once Brady starts throwing terrible balls, then I'll say that. But, I haven't seen him play this year, so I don't know. Do you think whenever John Morrison cuddles with Melina, he can still smell Batista's sperm in her mouth? I don't even think John Morrison's with Melina anymore, but probably. He also probably tastes Mike Knox as well. Thoughts on people saying OBJ is the next TO? Oh, he is. Odell Beckham Jr. is a prima donna if I've ever seen one. It's hilarious. Like that guy has some great, and hey, that's good. You know, some of the best wide receivers are insane. Like Antonio Brown's pretty insane. Beckham Jr. insane. Odell Beckham is just like T.O. insane. Antonio Brown's more like big boss Randy Moss insane, where he will say some insane shit. You'll know that he does some crazy stuff. But Odell Beckham, he's definitely a prima donna, man. He likes to cut him on, and you know, he's not like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson can hide all that stuff, you know, just cover it up. We're like, man, I just love football. I just love the game, man. Football is just everything for me and stuff like that. But it's like Odell Beckham, man, he can't hide it, dude. He shows too much emotion on the field, and not good emotion, not like the emotion where it's like, yeah, he's fired up and everything, like the JJ Watt emotion. He shows like the oh my god, man, why are you going to flag? I know he's covered. Like, not my fault. Xavier Rhodes is a good corner. Like shit, you know. So Odell Beckham, yeah, he's a little prima donna. Cena, top 3 politician with God himself. Triple H, you have to admit Cena has massive pool. He does, but not as much as Triple H. What's up, Chase? How long do you see the brand split lasting? 2 more years. Best scene. Brock Lesnar's voice makes me want to snort fire and ants and chemical. Has in order to end the suffering of listening to Lesnar's voice. Hey, man, you know, I don't give a shit. What are some of the worst wrestling finishers you've seen in 2016? Oh. Nah, I don't know. Antonio Brown or Julio Jones? I prefer AB more because AB is such a smooth route runner, and he's able to like burn a lot of corners. While Julio, if he gets with the physical corner, sometimes Julio won't do so well. While AB doesn't care who's guarding him. Like Chris Harris Jr. I don't think people understand this. Go watch Chris Harris Jr.'s footage from last year against everyone else. That dude locked down everyone. And Chris Harris Jr. is not like this big imposing corner. He's like, what, 5'9"? Yet AB played him, and AB made Chris Harris Jr. look like the worst corner in the league. Julio Jones, when he faced off against Josh Norman both times last year, he barely did anything. Josh Norman locked him down. So it's like, to me, like, Julio's good. I'm not sure to say Julio's bad or anything like that, but no, man, AB all day. Breakfast Club, Cena, Batista, Orton, HH, no Sheamus, fuck out of here. He's a glorified jobber when it comes to the Breakfast Club. Well, yeah, they need to feud with someone. Now with Watt out, Donald or Miller for Defensive Player of the Year. That's hard because, like, I would have to say Aaron Donald because especially because Von Miller, he's like expected to get like 15 sacks a year. Of like he doesn't reach there, it's kind of a disappointment because Aaron Donald, if he gets 10 sacks, that's really good. And I think people are going to be like, well, that makes no sense. What if Von Miller gets like 15 sacks and Aaron Donald gets 10? Yeah, but Von Miller is expected to get that every year because he's an outside linebacker. And a lot of his themes are like, hey, you just have to go rush the quarterback. You know, sometimes Von Miller will drop back in coverage and stuff like that. But, you know, Von Miller's expected to get to the quarterback at least 15 to 18 times a year. Aaron Donald's not expected to do that. He's a defensive tackle. Defensive tackles getting sacks like that is really, really hard. So if Aaron Donald gets like 10 sacks, has like good double digits in tackles, some TFLs, maybe like he has a couple forced fumbles this year so far, I think he could be Defensive Player of the Year easily. I thought he was better than Watt last year. I don't know why Watt won. I thought Aaron Donald was the best defensive player in the NFL. That's just me. But yeah, you know, I think Aaron Donald could definitely win it. But Von Miller, you know, if he goes crazy and gets like 20 sacks this season, it's going to be hard. Khalil Mack's another good sleeper. Voices theme or Burning My Lights? Burning My Lights by far. Great stuff. Alrighty then. How would a table 3 of Akeem, Curran White, and Blackface Roddy Piper go? Oh God. That would be the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life. Has there ever been a jump scare in a movie that really pissed you off? You can name more than one. Oh yeah, dude. Like, it's like I get pissed off at like Conjuring 2 did this where like the girl was looking in the mirror and you saw the ghost and then like it came in out of nowhere. That just pissed me off. Or like even when non-scary movies try to do jump scares, it's like, you're not a scary movie. Why are you trying to do jump scares? I don't give a fuck. Like seriously, like there's been a couple jump scares, but nothing really too big. Spider-Man 1 where like Spider-Man was gonna help the old lady and it was a Green Goblin. I was like, why the fuck is this here, man? All those Spider-Man films have these weird jump scares that don't need to be in the goddamn movie. Snowdrop, to answer your question, I guess I'd be considered the guy. Okay, so just treat her like us guys would. Just, you know, kind of dick around with her a little bit. Be nice to her, but not too nice. Would you put Asuka on Raw or SD Live? I think she would do better on SD Live, so I'd say SmackDown Live. But knowing them, they would put her on Raw because they know the Asian talent. Nia Jackson Samoan hold into a side stand was awkward to watch. Thank God she changed it. Oh, what she changed it to this time? Red Riot, I liked the Great War. It was awesome. Did you hear Alberto Del Rio got stabbed before a wrestling show? Yeah, dude, that fucking was nasty. Did you guys see all the cuts on Del Rio's arm? Oh, man, dude. He got messed up. But hey, at least he looked like he won the fight. Good for Alberto Del Rio. Poppy's not going to die, Paige. Don't worry. What are your thoughts on TNA's current financial situation? Not surprised, to be honest, but it's good that maybe there's some glimmer of hope for the company that, you know, it's going to stay around and WWE's going to get something out of it, too. So, cool. Pop Anakin asks, do you like Star Wars? Oh, yeah, huge Star Wars fan. I really do enjoy Star Wars, to be honest, man. I think Star Wars is a very good franchise. It's fun to watch the books and the extra universe. I'm sad that, like, you know, a lot of extra universe got retconned when episode 7 came out. They're like, oh, yeah, you know all those books and video games and all the other stuff you wasted time on? Yeah, screw that. They don't matter. It's like, what? They matter to me, damn it. So, yeah. I'm excited for Rogue One coming out in December. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, I like Star Wars. It's fun. Drew Brees or somebody else for Offensive Player of the Year? Well, Brees has to have a winning record to win that. Honestly, Offensive Player of the Year could go to so many different players. I think Julio is right now the leading candidate for Offensive Player of the Year for sure. He has like crazy stats right now. Melvin Gordon could actually win. He has 6 touchdowns. He's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Good on Melvin Gordon. Good for him. I mean, be it that all the touchdowns have been in the 2-yard line, but I'm going to take it. Do you think the Texans will draft Watt's brother and have both of them line up next to each other? Imagine if you're right tackle and you see 2 Watts next to you. No, that'd be the dumbest thing. So anyways, guys, I'll be right back real quick. We're going to take a quick intermission. I got to take care of some things real quick, and then I'll be right back. So trust me on this one. Alrighty then, I am back, guys. All right. So I have to go soon. So I'm just going to go answer as much questions as I possibly can. Rogue One will suck like The Force Awakens. What? I thought The Force Awakens was actually pretty good. Do you think this year's San Diego Chargers reminds you of the Dallas Cowboys of 2011-13 where they had big lead, then would choke and lose game after a big lead? Yep. You know, week 2 was very promising for the Chargers. I actually thought, oh, maybe we're back in it. But no. Is it weird that Jamie Nolan and Alberto Carrillo got stabbed near each other? Yeah, maybe they were stabbing each other. Who knows? Chase, what do you think of the whole clown epidemic? Ah, that's just ridiculous. And they're running to California tomorrow. Oh, God, I swear, if a clown comes near me, I might just stay in my house, to be honest, man. Like, screw that, man. Screw that noise. Some purge shit going on in this world. Chris Bancoot asks, have you watched a video of a man named Todd for when he survived the bear attack by using bear spray and bear came at him 80 yards, cut his ear and arm and should... No, I did not see that video, nor do I care. What if the Hart family got their own reality show? Oh, God. Draven G, if we could only wish to see the boringness that would be. Diamond Silver asks, what do you think of Ember Moon? I personally found her a disappointing Asuka knockoff with the finisher that would cause her to break her lower spine. She's all right. I mean, nothing really too special, but she's all right. How would you react to WWE recreated a choppy your pee-pee segment with Shinsuke, Hideo, and Asuka? Oh, God. And whose pee-pee would they chop? First off, I would laugh and also say, fuck you, WWE, because you're taking your 3 big Asian stars and making them stupid Asian gimmick wrestlers. But they're going to chop anyone's pee-pee off. It would probably be like Tyler Breeze or like Fandango. Well, not even a big star. That's like the worst part. At least Val Venus was a big star. Who's going to save them? Probably like Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher saves them. Mike Zimmer or Gary Kubiak for Coach of the Year? Gary Kubiak. You mean Wade Phillips for Coach of the Year for saving Kubiak's terrible offense with his great defense? Yeah, I think Wade Phillips deserves that Coach of the Year, to be honest. But I'd say Zimmer. I mean, you lost your starting quarterback to a torn ACL. You know, a lot of people kind of wrote you off a little bit. You made a very risky move in getting a quarterback like Sam Bradford, who, let's face it, hasn't been healthy his whole career. And right now you're sitting 4-0. You beat 3 Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks back-to-back, 4, because they beat Aaron Rodgers. No, wait, who was their first game again? I can't remember who their first game was again. Oh, the Titans, okay. So the first game against the Titans, but you beat 3 Super Bowl quarterbacks, 2 of them that were winners back-to-back. You beat Aaron Rodgers in week 2. You make Rodgers look almost human, which is so hard to believe because Aaron Rodgers is so goddamn good. You make Cam Newton look ineffective. And not only that, you make Eli Manning ineffective. And yeah, that's Eli in the regular season. It's not really Eli in the playoffs. It's different. But still, you know, those are 3 high-level quarterbacks right there. And you beat all of them. 2 of them being probably top 5 quarterbacks in the league with that defense. And not only that, when they faced Aaron Rodgers, keep in mind, that defense was not 100% healthy. They had a lot of backups in there. Same with Cam Newton. They weren't healthy until like really this game against the Giants. So I would say Mike Zimmer. Do you think the Eagles are better than Chiefs? I feel like the Chiefs have had a tougher schedule than the Eagles, to be honest with you. But I would say the Chiefs are still a little bit better. Just because the Eagles are 3-0, who did they really beat? But hey, they're 3-0. You know, they at least get their shit done. They handle their business, so we can't really talk bad about the Eagles, but I still think the Chiefs are overall a better team. Do you watch Screw Attack's Death Battles on YouTube? Yeah, they're fun. Some of them I don't agree on, but, you know, I watch them. I mean, everyone's going to be like, well, the Eagles blew out the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Steelers blew out the Chiefs. Yeah, so what? What's the difference, man? Like, it's hard to say, you know. It's regular season crap. That's what Mike Tomlin always does in the regular season. Do you think God wrestled his last WrestleMania match? Slapnuts 2000. Get the fuck out of here. No way. Joe Juicy, what's your favorite Triple H moment? Like, what kind of Triple H moment? Like, in general, politicking? You gotta be clear on that. There's different moments for Triple H. Favorite general Triple H moment was him coming back in 02 in the Garden Like I literally was marking out when Triple H came back because, you know, he suffered an injury and everything like that during that tag team match on Raw. And it was like, you know, he wasn't around for the invasion angle. And you kind of miss Triple H, like, especially if you were watching wrestling live back then. You know, Triple H, even though he was like this major villain, major heel at the time, you missed him. You missed the game and stuff like that. So when I heard Triple H was coming back, I was like really amped up and excited. And when he came back, man, I was pumped. So that's like, in general, that will always be my favorite Triple H moment because, dude, like, that pop was huge. When Triple H came back, dude, those fans accepted him like nothing. So, like, that's my favorite, like, in general, like, Triple H moment, to be honest, was just him coming back because, like, I did miss him. Like, you know, Triple H and Jericho were like the first two villains that I actually kind of liked. And I always liked Triple H because I always felt that, like, first off, Triple H was a pretty cool name. As a kid, you're like, oh, Triple H, he's awesome and stuff like that. He always dressed badass to me. I always thought Triple H was cool looking. It's like when you're a little kid, that's like what you base off of. It's like, oh, who's the cool looking guy? That guy is. So, you know, I always liked Triple H. And it was like kind of weird when during the invasion angle, when he wasn't there, I was just like, My favorite Triple H politicking moment, probably not putting over Randy Orton at WrestleMania 25. Don't know why, but he did it. I mean, because they are similar because of the OC and the way they're run. Oh, yeah, that's true. What were your thoughts on Goku versus Superman 1 and 2? Both bullshit. That's all I can really say about that. The work shoot on Heat in 1999. Okay. Triple H versus Hulk Hogan in a politic battle. How bloody does it get? Doesn't get bloody at all. Hulk Hogan buries Triple H, brother. You think Shawn Michaels, who used to do meth with Vince McMahon, couldn't do shit? What makes you think that? What makes you think that freaking Triple H is going to beat Hulk Hogan? Just because you're married to my daughter doesn't mean you have anything on the Hulkster, brother. How is WWE 2K17 just like WWE 2K16? It looks the same. Do you think when Tony Romo is healthy, do you think the Cowboys should bring him back as a starter or ride the Dak Prescott for the rest of the season? To me, it's a tough call. It is really a tough call because Dak is playing really, really well. But in all honesty, Tony Romo is still the guy in Dallas. And, you know, Dak has played amazing. Dak has played well. But the thing is, Dak is not going to get any worse by playing behind Tony Romo. Dak will still be Dak. Tony Romo can add more to the offense of the Dallas Cowboys because Dak, as much as a good thrower he is, and he's been throwing the football exceptionally well, better than what anyone thought. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I was not the biggest on that. I thought Dak Prescott would be a nice little quarterback in the end, like a nice little system dude in the NFL and stuff like that. But I honestly did not think Dak Prescott would be like as good as he was. Like, he's been smart. But the thing is, Dak Prescott is kind of like too safe. You got to score in the end zone a lot in the NFL, especially in that NFC, and especially if we're going against teams like the Vikings. They're going to know how to stop a Dak Prescott. Tony Romo has a little bit more arm strength than Dak Prescott. Tony Romo has a little bit more ball placement than Dak Prescott. Tony Romo has better accuracy than Dak Prescott. I know everyone's going to be like, well, Romo throws all these weird interceptions. Yeah, you know, Dak hasn't thrown an interception yet, but only time will tell when Dak throws that first interception. Then what happens? Well, it gets caught into his head. Yeah, I mean, Dak's a mentally tough kid. Played in the SEC for 5 years, I think. You know, he's a tough kid. He knows what to do. But, man, you got to go with Tony Romo when he comes back. I know a lot of people are on the Dak train and saying, oh, Dak's doing good and everything like that, but it takes one bad game for people to turn on Dak Prescott. He's under the smallest microscope in the NFL because he plays for the Cowboys. If he played for any other team, Dak Prescott having a bad game, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if Dak Prescott was on the Bills and he had a bad game, he's a rookie. But he plays for the Cowboys, and especially with this strong start that he's been on this so far, it's going to hurt him a little bit. Could ruin his confidence. That's why I think Tony Romo coming back, he should just be a trooper. Say, hey, man, this team's going to be mine when you retire, Tony. That's cool with me. Because I think the Cowboys have found a future beyond Tony Romo in Dak Prescott. But right now, Dak Prescott, it's not his time. It's still Romo's team. And until Romo does something to lose the team, then Dak Prescott shouldn't be starting. Because to me, Dak Prescott's doing a good job controlling the huddle. But when Tony Romo comes back, they're going to listen to him just as much as they're going to listen to Dak Prescott. So, yeah. My friend texted me. I'll respond with him back later. All righty then. Do you watch Angry Joe's show? If so, what do you think of his channel? He does a good job. What's your favorite shoot promo? My favorite shoot promo is the Paul Heyman one. Kind of a mistake for Jason 02 when he just ended up turning heel back after WrestleMania 18. That was more of like Hogan getting over, so that wasn't really his fault. Taking a few more questions. Which is less likely to happen, Ash winning the championship or Krillin defeating one of the main Dragon Ball villains? Ash winning the championship. Krillin can at least beat someone. Shit. Who would be the dumbest / most random Rumble winner for 2017? Fandango. You're just all sitting there, it's like Fandango wins. You're like, what the fuck? At a total jobber starring Jinder Mahal, the VOD villains, the one jobber who everyone loves, can't remember his name, and Curtis Axel, all going through pointless arguments like find out who left the toilet seat open, or Total Wyatts, where all 4 members of the Wyatt family try to go through their daily lives. I honestly feel like even though you sold Total Jobbers a little bit more, I feel like Total Wyatts would be a lot more interesting just because of the way all these goofballs look. It'd be hilarious. Do you think it was kind of a mistake for Triple H to return as a face in 02 when he just ended up turning back heel after WrestleMania 18? I already answered that one. What do you think of Andren Cien Almas turning heel tonight? I don't care. And finally, by Case and Frost, thoughts on Bound for Glory 2016. Did not watch the whole show, just watched the last 2 matches. The last 2 matches were really good. Anyways, thank you all very much. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoy your day. Peace.